So now that we've discussed the data set, what did they actually find? Well, after a bunch of really complicated statistical analysis methods that I don't particularly understand, despite my one semester of statistics for my MBA program, the authors of this study offer three key findings that are supposed to extend the relevant literature with regards to this topic of leadership skills. So let's discuss. First finding was that high school leadership roles are associated with anywhere from a 5 to 10% higher earnings in adulthood if the student was both team captain and a club president. And this effect seems to hold consistent even after for controlling for things like cognitive ability and GPA and personality traits. An interesting part of this finding, though, was that there was no effect on higher earnings in adulthood if the individual was only a team captain or only a club president. So I found that pretty interesting. The second finding from the study was that the effect size was not generalizable to the other demographics that they tested, which was white females, non-white females, and then non-white males. The authors did mention some evidence in their study where there was a larger effect for some portion of the female samples, but they made it pretty clear that it was not enough to hang their hat on and claim a generalizable effect for that demographic. One of the reasons that the authors offer this as a reason is because early leadership roles can help women overcome traditional gender biases, which I find certainly plausible. I read a really interesting study a few months ago about females in high school leadership roles, and one of the more interesting findings from that study was that females are actually less liked by other females when they are put in a position of leadership in high school compared to high school males who are generally liked better by other high school males once in that role. And I would also presume that other high school females would like the high school males more based on the perceived status of that leadership role. So maybe in the future I'll cover some literature on female leadership, and which I think will be fun. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So the third finding was that based on all the statistical methods that they used, they claim that the results were robust across cohorts from the original data set and were robust across multiple industries. And the takeaway from that is that leadership skills, according to these authors at least, appear to be transferable across professions, pending that that individual held a leadership position